Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your February 2020 horoscope, romance horoscope for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So I'm going to show you the choices that you have. Make sure if you enjoy this to leave a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And feel free to leave a comment as well as sharing this out to a friend if you feel this resonates with you. So these are going to be the 4 choices for today. I'm going to break this down into 4 sections and leave timestamps below so you can go right to your section. So in this first pile here, we have the 10 of clubs. Second pile, we have the 2 of hearts. Third pile, we have the 3 of diamonds. And this last pile here, we have the Jack of spades. So go ahead and pick which one is for you, and we will get right into your reading. So this is for the first group. If you chose the 10 of clubs, this is for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards so you can see. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, Pisces, the Queen of Wands in reverse, Judgment, and Earth. So already looking at this is a strong foundation, a lot here as far as commitment, as far as the decision that you're going to make. If you are single, this is showing definitely looking at getting involved in a relationship, in a new commitment. If you are already in a relationship, then there's a lot that needs to be discussed about what the foundation is going to look like and how everything is going to work, how it's all going to fit into place. What does this commitment look like? What are you committing to? So there's a lot here as far as practicality, as far as commitment, as far as the foundation of the relationship. So let's get right into this. So starting off already, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we're looking at something new, something fresh, this new beginning of this new commitment, of this new partnership. Again, if you're single, this is signaling getting involved into a new partnership in your life and starting off looking at what this commitment looks like for you. If you're already in a relationship, then it is setting a new stage of rules or a new way of looking at how it's all going to fit together, how it's all going to fall into place. For many of you, if you are in a relationship, you are in a brand new relationship. So this is looking at what the commitment's going to look like, how it's all going to fall into place. And speaking of falling into place, we have the 8 of Wands here. And so there's something big here about working with your partner and allowing all of these pieces to fall into place as they should. So there's a lot here about what are the decisions, the choices that are going to be made for everything to fall into place as it should in this relationship. And again, if you're single, a lot here about starting fresh, getting involved in something new. Many of you very worried or anxious about how it's all going to look or fall into place. Again, if you are new, if this is something fresh for you, then there's something big here about trusting in the process and trusting that it's all going to fall into place as it is supposed to. With Pisces here, again, I'm getting a lot of sensitivity, a lot of this deep emotional connection that's happening here, a lot of empathy. And so for those of you who are looking for a partner who is very empathetic, very nurturing, very caring, there's a lot here about this sensitivity. For some of you, you may be getting involved with a Pisces in this relationship. For some of you, you may be a Pisces, or you have Pisces somewhere in your chart. But there's a lot coming through here about sensitivity. If you are already in a relationship, there's a lot here about being creative, being expressive. Trying out new things. So there's something big here about this sensitivity, this expression, this creativity that is here, and deeply emotional. I'm getting a lot of emotional connection, a lot of empathies coming through here. We have the Queen of Wands here, so make sure it is that you know what you want in this relationship. Make sure that you are going after what you desire, what you're passionate about, and that you're holding that strength and that confidence in knowing what it is that you want and not being afraid to say it. Again, with this Pisces here, there is something about this creativity, this experimentation of trying something new, trying something different. So for those of you who want something different in your relationship, not being afraid to communicate this and express this to your partner. Also, if you are not in a relationship, again, I'm going to go back to this worry, this concern, this doubt, this fear that some of you are feeling. Make sure that you are confident and fully loving yourself and bringing this confidence into your relationship, not bringing in this worry, this fear, this concern that things aren't going to go as you want them to in a relationship, but holding this confidence and this trust that it is all going to go as planned. And again, with Judgment here, a lot of you need to figure out what it is that you want and be willing to take the steps to go there. There's a major judgment call that needs to be taken on within yourself about what this is going to look like, what you really want, where you're headed, what you're looking for in a relationship. So there is a lot that needs to be addressed, that needs to be brought up and discussed. If you're not getting your needs met, if you're not fully confident in what it is that you want and that it's all being met and addressed in this relationship. And if you are single, again, there's something here where you have to make a judgment call within yourself about what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for, and holding that confidence, being able to step into that without bringing in this worry, this fear that things aren't going to go as planned. We're ending here with Earth. So again, going back to this physicality that we started with the Ace of Pentacles, that this is going to be something that has a very strong commitment, a strong attachment to it. And so for those of you who are worried, who are in fear, again, there's nothing to worry about or fear here. There is this strong sense of security and this strong sense of stability that I'm looking at here in this relationship. And it is a great time to experiment with being sensual and being loving and committed to your partner. So there's a lot of physical love and admiration that's coming through here. This could be a very sensual, very gentle, slow-paced relationship that builds up over time. So that is for the first group. We're going to go ahead and move on to this second group. So if you are a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising and you picked this second group here, the Two of Hearts, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you what these cards look like. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Cups, Air, the Page of Wands in reverse, the King of Swords, and Fire. And so already we're looking at a ton of spontaneous energy, a lot of fun, lighthearted energy that we're looking at here, a lot of communication, a lot of expression going on here, entering something new and exciting, and looking at the different possibilities and where this adventure of this relationship can take you. So there's a lot here if you're looking for a partner who is fun, exciting, lively. There's a lot going on here as far as sociability and this fun, spontaneous energy. So we're going to take a look at this. So starting off, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So if you are not in a relationship, it is feeling a lot like there are many people who are attracted to you, or there are many options that are open to you at the moment. Destiny is in your favor, as a lot of people are looking towards you to make a connection, to form a relationship. And so a lot of you in this particular group, very attractive people who are drawing tons of people who are interested, attracted to you, towards you at this moment. If you are in a relationship, this is looking at where this journey of this relationship can take you, the possibilities that can come from this. So I'm getting a very fun, spontaneous adventure as far as this particular relationship for those of you who are in this group. Now, for some of you with the with the Five of Cups here, there's a lot that needs to be left in the past. And so for some of you, you have went through some very challenging, hard experiences with previous relationships. And so there's a lot here that needs to be left in the past so that you can move forward here with this Five of Cups. Now, if you are already in a relationship, this is showing a lot of things that need to be addressed within the relationship. So if you are hurting, if there's some things that need to be expressed, addressed, brought up in the relationship, this is definitely going to be a major thing here. And I'm looking at this energy already, and there's not a ton of heavy energy here. So this is looking at a partner or yourself that is very lighthearted, very fun, exciting. And so this may be a little bit heavy to get into this conversation, this discussion, but this is something that needs to be addressed in order to continue moving forward in this relationship. And addressing this does give you the freedom and does give you this feeling of a breath of fresh air with air here. And it does show a lot of, for those of you who are single, a lot of intellectual stimulation. It is showing a strong social and intellectual match that is coming in. And this is a relationship where it feels very free, very adventurous, very lighthearted, very fun. So there's a lot going on here with this much lighter energy that is coming through. But this is a great card for communication, for expression, for opening up and having a great time in this relationship. Now with the Page of Wands, make sure you know what you want. Make sure that you know what you want to manifest. If you are single, this is a big card for manifestation, for coming into this relationship. If you are already in a relationship, make sure that your partner knows what it is that you want in this relationship, what you're looking to manifest, what the outcome is going to look for you. There's a lot here about passion and about what it is that you love and desire here in this relationship. So with this in reverse, this can be a challenging aspect here, where this is something that needs to be addressed or brought up as far as this relationship goes. And the Knight of Swords here, again, this very social, intellectual energy. Be careful of getting into intellectual battles with your partner. There can be a lot here as far as getting into arguments, getting into debates, a lot of mental sparring going on with this energy here. So be very cautious of that. This is showing that communication is very valuable to this relationship. Standing in your truth, being able to communicate your truth is very important. But again, be cautious of how you are communicating it, getting it across. Again, I'm getting a lot of mental sparring, a lot of intellectual battles that are possible here if you are not being cautious of the way that you are communicating and getting your thoughts across in this relationship. And if you're single, a lot about communication here as well. This can definitely be a relationship that develops off of a friendship, off of this social, intellectual interaction. But again, be cautious of debates. For some of you, this is showing a partner who is an air sign. So this could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius coming through here. But again, be cautious. And you could also have a lot of air in your chart as well. But be cautious of how you are communicating, how you are getting your thoughts across. And being aware of addressing how your partner is communicating, getting their thoughts across to you as well is very important. If your partner is communicating in a nasty and defensive way, it is important to address this. But a lot of this flighty intellectual energy coming through, so again, be cautious of mental spars. We end up here with fire, so again, going back to this Page of Wands, very important to know what it is that you want. And there's something big about this that also connects back to this Five of Cups of burning out these old past connections before getting into a new connection. But a lot of fun, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement here. And this is asking you to be adventurous. This is asking you to explore your options if you're single, and if you're in a relationship, to be adventurous, to express that passion, that excitement, that joy within the relationship. A lot of this fiery, energetic, enthusiastic energy coming through here. So that's for the second group. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this third group. So if you pick the Three of Diamonds and you are Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards. So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the High Priestess. We have Aquarius. The Hangman in reverse. The King of Pentacles and Neptune. So already looking at this, a lot of emotional connection here. Some of you very intuitive, very gifted. A lot of that energy coming through here. And this is a divine connection here. This is an ultimate connection. So some of you are going to be soulmates or twin flames. There's a lot of this higher energy going on here. There's a lot, though, that needs to be worked on as far as the practicality, the physicality in the relationship. Developing a level of stability here is very important. a lot of strong emotions coming through. So there's a lot here that needs to be developed as far as the foundation goes. So we're going to talk about this. So starting off with the Page of Pentacles. There is a strong desire to be very dreamy, be very emotional, sort of drifting off. I'm getting for a lot of you that this can be a partnership that is very spiritual, very emotional. A lot of this more dreamy type of energy. And so there's a lot here that needs to be put in place in terms of stability, as it does feel a lot like both of you are sort of drifting off. There's not a ton of anchoring, a ton of stability here. So I'm getting this very dreamy, very far away type of energy here. And for some of you, you may be in a relationship with someone who is in another country. This could be a long distance relationship. This could be a relationship with someone who comes and goes a lot, travels a lot. There's a lot of this very distant type of energy. And I'm feeling a lot in terms of needing to put stability into the relationship, or for some of you, feeling as though you need more stability in this relationship. With the High Priestess here, again, there's a lot about intuition, a lot about spirituality. Some of you very gifted, very talented. Some of you sharing this very strong connection here. Super intuitive. This is a very deep connection that I'm getting with this particular relationship. And if you are not in a relationship, you may be having dreams. You may be having telepathic connection. You may be having empathetic connection, feeling out this partner. There's a lot going on here as far as intuition. So some of you very psychic, some of you have partners who are very gifted, and some of you share this psychic connection with one another as far as this relationship goes. Now, this is a very dangerous card in terms of being secretive and trying to conceal things. And so there can be something here about those of you who are in a distant relationship where there is something here about needing to have a discussion, needing to discuss everything. There's something here about a possible partner who is being secretive, being deceptive, or just keeping too much to themselves, not really discussing or bringing things to the table. As deep as a connection as this is, there's a lot here about needing to conceal and open up. Now, there is something here for some of you, though, where there is more than one person coming through here, and there is an individual who is trying to be deceptive or underhanded, and there's an individual who is right for you. So there is something here where you have to trust your intuition. You have to follow what your gut is telling you. If you are trying to make a choice between two or more than one individuals as far as relationships go. Again, with Aquarius here, I'm getting this very high frequency connection. For many of you, very soul level connection. Looking at soul family, so for some of you, sharing past lives together. For some of you, having this very intense psychic connection to one another. There's a lot coming through as far as that goes. For some of you, this could be an Aquarius, or you could have Aquarius in your chart as well. There's a lot here about being unique, being different. There's a lot of this very dreamy, high frequency type of energy that's coming through here. With the Hangman in reverse, once again, we're talking about commitment issues. We're talking about Are you or are your partner committed enough to this relationship? I'm getting a lot of coming and going, a lot of drifting away. Again, for some of you, you are in relationships with individuals who are traveling or moving around a lot. There's a lot of that energy. And so there is something big here about someone in this relationship who wants to settle down, who wants to find a sense of stability, a sense of trust and dependability in this relationship. So there's a lot here that needs to be put in place as far as the foundation, as far as being more practical and making more sense, making this thing work, finding that level of commitment and trust that works for you. If you are single, again, there's something here about needing to look at what it is that you're willing to commit to, what it is that you're willing to get to and farm as far as relationships go. And so there's something big here about commitment as this is in reverse. And for some of you, feeling very trapped. There's a lot about this energy where some of you do feel trapped in a relationship, or you feel trapped with this partner. As some of you more free-spirited, more so wanting to travel, wanting to move around, and some of you having some more clingy or attached partners who are looking for more of a commitment. So again, there's something big here about commitment that needs to be put into place. With the King of Pentacles here, this is a very abundant relationship as well. So a lot coming through here. Again, if you can farm this solid foundation and find the commitment level that is right for you, you can get a lot out of this relationship, getting a lot of sharing and worth and value and abundance. So a lot coming through as far as that goes. This strong masculine energy coming through, so this can resonate for some of you out there who have this more earthy energy, or a partner who has this more earthy style energy coming through. And so again, some of your partners, or some of you very earthy, wanting to find more of a commitment, more of stability in this relationship, and to get involved in something that really lasts, something that you know that you can depend on. So some of you looking for a little bit more loyalty and devotion from your partners in this matchup. Again, a lot of this energy is very flighty, very all over the place. Some of you or your partners moving around, traveling a lot. There's a lot of movement going on here. We're ending here with Neptune, so once again, this is a very psychic, very spiritual, deeply connected, soul-level relationship for a lot of you. Now, for some of you, this is very karmic, though. There's a lot of lessons, there's a lot of work here to do. And again, this Neptune energy, very dreamy, very deceptive, illusion, spiritual, sort of not really detached to the physical. So there's a lot of this sort of all over the place, scattered, detached, very flighty style energy that's coming through here. So again, some of you looking for a little bit more physicality, a little bit more of commitment in this particular relationship. And so there's a lot about taking this relationship that is a little bit of a dream or a fantasy and making it more committed, more stable, more tied down to earth here. And for some of you, you are getting messages from the spirit world or from the astral plane. A lot of you dreaming or having these psychic connections, these empathetic connections. There's a lot here about this sort of spiritual, deeper connection with this particular partner who's coming through. So that was for this third group. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the last group here, the fourth group. So if you pick the Jack of Spades and you are a Pisces sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Chariot. We have Libra. We have the Four of Swords, the World, and Capricorn. So already a lot here about making a decision, making a solid decision about what you're looking for or what this is going to look like for you. A lot of decision making, a lot of coming up with a solid conclusion that is coming up here, and a lot about commitment. A lot about the role of the position that you are feeling in this relationship. So we're going to talk about this. So we start off with the Seven of Cups in reverse. So some of you very indecisive, not willing to make a decision here. This is a major decision card, as this brings you to a crossroad about where you are headed. What is the decision of the relationship that you want to be in? What is the ultimate choice of this partner or this relationship that you are willing to commit to? So for some of you, you feel like you are at a standstill. You feel a bit confused, a bit lost, trying to make a solid decision about where you are going. And this is this indecisiveness, this is this unwillingness to make a solid choice or decision, where the universe is putting a stop sign up to let you know that you need to make a choice about what it is that you want. And this is as far as if you are single or if you are in a relationship. Major choices, major decisions that need to be made here. We come to the Chariot again. What is the decision about where you are headed? And the Chariot card, very much like the sign of Cancer, a lot about where are your emotions taking you? Where is the connection of where you're going? Right? Cancer being a cardinal water sign, so initiating and starting, leading the way through emotion, through feeling. So there's a lot here about what your intuition's telling you, what your feelings telling you, about what you want, about what you want the relationship to look like, and there's a lot here about needing to make a choice, a decision about where you are headed. So what are your feelings telling you? Where do you need to head as far as this relationship? And again, with Libra here, a lot about needing to make a solid decision. There is something big about how Libra is trying to find the balance, trying to find the right way that brings peace and balance and harmony. So there's a lot of balancing the scales, going back and forth. So there is this point where you need to make a solid decision about what you want the relationship to look like. And a lot here about relationships as we're dealing with Libra. Some of you looking at a proposal or looking at moving in, looking at settling down. There's a lot of that going on, making those major decisions. If you were very deep into a relationship, if you've been in a relationship for a long time, there's a lot of that coming through about if you're ready to propose, if you're ready to move in, if you're ready to make a solid commitment. So a lot of decisions around that. For some of you, this is going to be a Libra, or you have a lot of Libra energy in your chart. So there's a lot going on here as far as making a major choice, a major decision. Again, for some of you, this is looking at marriage. For some of you, you are looking at whether you want to propose. Some of you looking at, is it time to move in with your partner? Some of you making some very, very big decisions. And the Four of Swords definitely asking you if you feel secure in this relationship. Bringing up a lot about how you feel. And we talked about this a little bit with the Chariot card. There's something here about what is your intuition telling you? What are your feelings telling you? Are you secure? Are you stable? And there's a lot here about settling down, about farming this security, farming this more serious connection. Again, with this Libra card, I got a lot about proposals, about moving in, about stronger commitments. So there's a lot coming through about making these big decisions, these big choices, about coming into a more secure union. And we do have the World here in reverse. And so, again, you're being limited to needing to make a big decision. As the world is not on your side right now, there's not a lot of options open to you because the universe is saying now that it is time to make a decision, a choice. So there's a lot of limitation going on here with this World card in reverse. And so what is this going to look like? What is this big decision that you need to make? A lot here about decision. And for some of you, this might even be a Capricorn, or you may have a lot of Capricorn energy in your chart as well. Capricorn coming through here very strongly about what are you serious and ambitious about in this relationship. And again, going back to Libra, there's something big about how Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn and it is exalted in Libra. And Saturn being about these limitations, these restrictions, about commitment, about what you're serious and focused about the position and role that you're going to fill. So there's a lot of this more mature, more serious energy coming through here. And so a lot of you making some more mature decisions in your relationships, or getting more serious in your relationships here with this Capricorn energy coming through. Again, some big decisions we're looking at. For some of you, we're looking at proposals, we're looking at marriages, we're looking at moving in together, we're looking at some very serious choices about commitment and about actually making a solid decision. And so what's the role, what's the position going to look like moving into this relationship? And for some of you, this role is looking like a wife or husband. There's a lot of this more serious, more mature, more committed style energy that's coming through here. And so if you are not already in a relationship, then there's something here about making a choice about getting into a relationship and about what you're serious and committed about, looking forward into a relationship, but a lot about if you are in a relationship, especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time. I am getting a lot here for this group about marriage, about settling down, a lot more mature, serious decisions that need to be made. So that was for the last group, for this fourth group here. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell down below so that you don't miss out on any new content. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video.